Thank you, Your Worship Re-Rep, and Councillor Prince, you may now assume your seat at the table.
Folks, you can clap now. Thank you, Your Worship Re-Rep, for administering the oath, and I know you have a very busy schedule. If any of it permits you staying and joining in the magic of local government, please do, but if not, I thank you very much for taking your time to come here tonight and administer the oath. Thank you very much. To Councillor Prince, it's a delight to present you with the pin of office, so to speak. Each member of council receives a pin, this one for the 2014-2018 City Council and term, and I'll make a few remarks perhaps after you've had the opportunity to speak, but let me present you with this. Councillor Prince, would you like to provide some comments?
Absolutely, I would. Thank you, Your Worship. Well, it's good to be back. I think obviously every election that I've ever been involved in, rather running it, being involved in it on the provincial, federal, municipal level, it always seems that every election has a different flavor to it. But one thing remains the same every single time I've been involved. It's never easy to put your name forward on a ballot. For no matter what type of office you're running for, whether it be school trustee, city council, provincial, federal, it's never easy. And I wanted to take a moment to recognize the other candidates that did put their name forward and congratulate them on their respective campaigns. As anyone that's ever run for office knows that when you do put your name forward and you are in an election, it's just not yourself that's involved in that election. It's your close family, it's your friends, it's your work colleagues, and they're all involved regardless of what happens, whether you win or lose. And I wanted to take a moment especially to recognize a few of important people in my life that are here. I'd like to recognize Carrie Bristow and Sarah that made the trip up from Thornhill today. My father, Roger and Peggy, my youngest brother Hayden is missing. Elisa and Matt, thanks for making it out, guys. And I definitely want to say some thanks to a number of people as well. My in-laws, Ken and Linda, are in the audience, and they were instrumental in looking after Preston, my 2-year-old, while Shannon and I were out knocking doors. My son Avery probably came out and door knocked on the absolute coldest day of this campaign. And only complained right at the end, and we only had an hour left to go, and I even tried to bribe him with an early Christmas present, but it was so cold that we had to go. My little darling Diaz came out on January 30th, which was my birthday, and she said to me that all she wanted to do was spend some time with her dad on his birthday, and I said, well, I'm knocking doors. She goes, well, I'll come with you. And it was absolutely the funnest day that I had door knocking with her. And then finally, or not finally, my mom too, sorry mom, I didn't forget you, but you were out and instrumental in knocking doors even though you were sick. And finally, someone that I recognize, that I'd like to recognize, and is truly my better half, Shannon Merrick, who put her all into this election as much as I did. So guys, I wanted to thank you for all your help during this by-election. Now that that's over with, guys, it's down to business. And members of council, Your Worship, Mayor Lehman, I can honestly say it's good to be back. Thank you. I want to say quickly, I didn't run a campaign making large promises. I didn't run a campaign on one big issue or one project. My campaign was extremely simple. It was traffic, taxes, and public safety. It's our core essential services. In the South End, I mean, traffic, guys, you've seen it. We need to get it moving. Taxes is another thing. We're on the right track, but we have to remain fiscally responsible. And one thing I did learn during this campaign is that the average resident doesn't have a big concern if taxes go up 2 or 3%. Where the issue is when value isn't present in that tax increase. And that's something we have to remain on focus, making sure that we're getting value for our taxpayers. And finally, public safety. I can say this quite honestly, when I was a councillor Ward 9, I thought we had a traffic and speeding problem, but I hadn't seen anything yet compared to what we have in Ward 7. And I've met with staff from the traffic department today, and we're on track for that. Finally, what I would like to say is to the residents of Ward 7 that put their faith and trust in me, I definitely won't let you down. And to all the other residents who cast their ballot for a different candidate, what I'll say to you is watch the next 2.5 years. And over that time, I hope to earn your trust and your support, and hope to get your support in the next general election. So members of the council, Mayor Lehman, thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you. Thanks, guys.
Councillor Prince, thank you very much. And of course, on behalf of all of council, let me bid you welcome. It's nice to have you back around the table again. We were talking just before the meeting, I was talking with some of the members of your family about 2006. You and I were both part of the class of 2006, first elected then, and served on that council. And now we have the opportunity to serve together again. And while many of the issues have changed over the years in the sense that the city has grown, many things remain still the same about our large challenges going forward. As always is the story in Barrie, and as I know you captured well when you were campaigning, the impacts of growth, particularly on wards such as yours, are a constant challenge for Barrie, keeping up with demand for services, whether it be roads or other services. Thank you very much for those remarks, Councillor Prince, and of course for your service, and to your family, as I had the opportunity to say earlier, for loaning Andrew to us on Monday nights. It is really good to have an experienced voice around the table, and you're to be congratulated for your election win. So welcome, Councillor Prince. And we certainly have a full agenda for your first meeting. I think maybe we thought we'd, I don't know if we were saving some of these things just for a night like this, but here we are. The first thing I want to do before we begin our formal agenda